Hey guys, welcome back to Agree to Disagree, A2D. We did a video about the Davante news and we did Davante's side. Now it's about Aaron Rodgers' side. This might actually have a bigger impact on the Packers than it will on the Raiders. They were really shorthanded as far as cap space. They definitely opened some up, right, with the 20 million. But how is this going to affect Aaron? I mean, I've seen some reports where he knew about this before he signed. Did he? I mean, he was pretty pissed off that they drafted Jordan Love a couple years ago, not going after receiver. Now you take his favorite target, a guy he has like a 34% target share out there. You
Good
take
friend of
him
his.
away. You take him away. Now, how happy is Aaron? I mean, does this make like Randall Cobb his number one receiver? I mean, is Allen Lazard now next guy up? Like, how do they handle this?
You just hit it, bro. That's the big question. You can't assume that they make this trade without going in and talking to Aaron Rodgers, the guy that just extended, right? They can't just trade away his boy without talking to him because then Aaron might walk in the door and say, "Hey, get me the hell up out of here too." So you would assume that they talked to him and that he maybe signed off on this. And if that's the case, they got to have a plan B. But plan B is never good as plan A. I tell you that right now. And to lose a receiver of that caliber, as a Bucks fan, hey, get up out of the NFC, man. Packers just got a lot weaker right now. Aaron Rodgers' fantasy value went down a little bit. Uh, Packers' value overall as a team went down. They're not as scary. You got the Rams making moves in the NFC, the Bucks making moves in the NFC, and the Packers are going the other direction. So right now, if you're a Packer fan, Eric texted me. My boy Eric, shout out, former champ of the fantasy league, texted me. He said, "I'm not watching football this year. I'm not watching the Packers. Fuck the Packers." He was pissed. How do you? He was mad that they did that. So like Packers fan, I get it. You're upset. You got worse today. You got a first round pick and a second round pick. The first round pick is what, in the 20s? Second round pick, same thing in the second round. So I mean, you got off the hook financially. You freed up 20 million. But if anybody with a brain would pay Davante 20 million, you know what I mean, and take that number one receiver status, wide receiver one, because now they're in a hole. If they want to compete with these other top teams, they got their work cut out for them, man.
It was a bonehead move, big time to me. I think it was a bonehead move. I don't get that. It doesn't make sense too, because Rodgers is controlling the scenario. He just would sign off on them trading Davante. It puts you out of the running for NFC champion for sure. I mean, you choke already enough in it, and then you give away your. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Make it harder for yourself.
Yeah, let me get rid of my best guy, dude.
But it doesn't make sense. So Rodgers is had all these stipulations, and then you just let them get rid of Davante and then you sign I don't understand it. It's either they did it after, it just doesn't make sense. But I don't know, man. They definitely got weaker. They put themselves, I think, out of the running for going to any kind of Super Bowl, probably first round exit playoffs at best.
That division might be a struggle. Go ahead, big fella.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that we knew at some point the Packers were gonna do a Packers move, right? I don't know if it's so much like a bonehead move. I do believe that there was conversations behind the scenes to where
100%.
Yeah, that to where Davante probably went to Aaron, right? And let him know, hey, my guy, it doesn't matter, dude. I'm just letting you know I'm going to go do what's best for me and my family. Talking to a guy like Aaron, who he just saw himself do what's best for him and his family, correct? So Aaron's going to have to understand that. To some degree, Aaron, they probably have contingency plans, right? They probably have other guys they've been in contact with where they're like, hey, Aaron, listen, we can sign Davante, make a real hard push. It obviously didn't matter. Davante went to them and said, I'm out, right? Because there was already reports saying that the Packers were willing to pay more than what the Raiders, right? They got to be political about it. We're going to pay him more. But the report said that they were willing to do it. He just wasn't down. So to me, I think at the end of the day, the drama was too much for Davante. I think Davante was tired of being in Green Bay. Yeah, he's legendary. Aaron helped build that. But at the end of the day, that's a really small town, and you got to be a certain type dude to want to be there all the time. So I think that he was attracted to Derek Carr. He was attracted to the Vegas Raiders. I think it's a beautiful fit from that standpoint. But at the end of the day, at this point, you know, I don't know if Aaron is stoked about their plan moving forward or if we're going to hear in a couple of days that he's considering retirement.
Yeah, you know, we're definitely about to see one of two things. So Aaron Rodgers is the back-to-back MVP, right? Well, Davante Adams had a big thing to do with that. So if he truly is the MVP, if he truly is one of the all-time great quarterbacks, he can do it with anybody, whether they go out and sign a receiver or they're going to use it with Randall Cobb and Allen Lazard. So if he truly is that great, because I mean he's done it with Donald Driver, he's done it with Greg Jennings, he's done it with some pretty damn good receivers in the past. Well,
Jordan
DA
Nelson.
was that, yeah, DA was that guy, you know, and now they let him walk. Not only did they let him walk for a first and a second, didn't get much in return, didn't get any assets in return, didn't try to push like the Hunter Renfro or any kind of button to try to get in return. And I can't imagine that really sitting well with Aaron, but as a GM and as an owner, they have a collective ownership, but I can imagine there is a contingency plan in place. So they're going to use one of those first round picks on a draft pick, depending on how the draft falls. But I mean, the best receivers in that draft are going to go in the mid-teens. I mean, like Drake London from USC is going to be gone by the time he reaches that Oakland pick or that Vegas pick. They're going to have to go out and sign somebody. They're going to have to go out and sign Julio Jones. They're going to have to go out and sign OBJ's out because of the knee. So Jarvis Landry is a free agent. They're going to have to go out and get somebody. I can't imagine them rolling into the regular season or into camp with what they already have. You know, so, and if they do, he's going to have to be the magic man. He's going to have to, you know, put the ball on target, all that kind of shit. And I really don't think that's going to be the case. So, you know, we'll see. I don't really see him retiring because he's wanted that money and he's going to get that money. And no matter what, he's going to play at least a season or two, but
yeah, it was more of a joke. Just
no, they got to get that. They got to get that man some some weapons.
And they will, dude. They definitely will. That's
They have to.
you guys mentioned
right?
contingency plans.
How far does $20 million really go? I mean, that's really all they have from
Guys,
the trade.
but
You can move money around.
if you're drafting one, Julio's not going to be cheap. Jarvis, these certain guys will take less to go play with him. He's still that guy, and it doesn't happen if he doesn't sign off on it. Aaron Rodgers would have asked for a trade already. That would have already been done, or he would have retired, like Josh said. Something would have happened. They obviously have a contingency plan. He might restructure a little bit more. He might all of a sudden take the Tom Brady route and actually be a team player and spread some money around. And all of a sudden they can get Julio, Jarvis, bring in a tight end, and you never know, dude. They got two good backs. They use all those draft picks to help that defense. Because you don't need a lot with Aaron. He's always had, for the past few years, it's been one guy. Maybe they take a different approach, spread that money out, and get three guys, solid guys. You might not have to be the Davante type, but hell, with the target share and every time he would throw to him, like now you actually have some other options. He could actually play quarterback instead of lock in on one guy. So I'm not
They could be working on a trade themselves that we have no idea about that they talked
exactly.
to Aaron about.
Right. And that has to be the case. Otherwise, Aaron would have won. Something would have happened with Aaron already.
Right.
You know, so I think they got a plan B, and we're about to find out what it is.
Yeah, it makes the most sense that they talk to him and they have something together. That's the more logical probably thing about it.
Yeah, but is plan B going to be as good as plan A? I mean, that's going to be the big question, man. And as a Vikings fan, I'm hella stoked that DA's leaving the division. Hey, freaking yes, let's go. You like that? But I'm a DA fan, man. I like the way that guy plays, and he kills us. He killed us the last 2 years. I mean, I think he scored like 12 touchdowns against us in the last 2 years.
Not just you guys.
Kills us.
He does
man.
it to everybody.
It's like 3 touchdowns a game against us. It's just he's one of the greatest route runners that we've seen in a long time. He doesn't drop. He's just one of the great all around players. So, but for the Packers, is we all saw what happened with Jordan Love. That was their plan B or plan A. Like, hey,
we got to make a move,
and that didn't work out for them. So if this doesn't work out for them, they're gonna be hurting for a really, really long time. Because now in the NFL, you need more than just a quarterback. We saw it with Deshaun Watson in Houston. You need more than just a quarterback. So we'll see
We'll
what the
see,
plan.
man. We're gonna find out, Packer fans.
Hey,
That's for damn
Brian,
sure.
Josh, you guys, Josh, not so much because you guys beat them in the playoffs last year, but getting that motherfucker out of the NFC, we have to be stoked. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. He's gonna have to play at MVP level. If he doesn't, hey,
There's gonna be a playoff team.
Just a personal thing for fantasy real quick. RIP to my Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams combo that brought home 3 championships through my fantasy career. So
hey, as long as you're not a
Back.
dynasty, man. If you're not a dynasty, it don't matter no more, right? You can redraft next year. So you won those championships, and when you win a championship, it's carved in stone, right? So it's never gonna die. But if it's a dynasty, if you have a dynasty league and you have Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams,
it was a legendary double dip for fantasy.
all right, guys. All right, yeah. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, guys. We got some more news coming up, so make sure that you follow all of our videos.